Part 3. Expressing one quantity as a percentage of another. You will find this on page 129 in the Namibian Mathematics Grade 8 textbook, y equals mx plus c to success. Expressing one quantity as a percentage of another. A percentage can be used to compare a part with the whole or to compare two quantities. For example, in the 2011 census, the total population in Namibia was 2113077, of which 1091165 females. We can say that approximately 52% of the total population in Namibia in 2011 was females. The 52% is obtained by expressing the number of females as a percentage of the total population in Namibia. So, to express one quantity A as a percentage of another quantity B, we write A as a fraction of B before converting the fraction A over B into a percentage. Therefore, A divided by B multiply 100%. Note, both A and B must be in the same unit. Okay, let's look at an example. Example 3. There are 28 teachers at Otjiwarongo Secondary School, of which 7 are male. Calculate the percentage of male teachers, female teachers in the school. Now, the percentage of male teachers will be 7. There are 7 males. 7 out of 28, the total amount of teachers, and times it with 100%. And that will give me 25%. Now, if I ask you the female teachers in the school, there's 2 ways of doing it. We can first find the number of female teachers, which is 28 minus 7, which is 21. So the percentage of female teachers is 21 out of 28 times 100%, and that will give me 75%. Or method 2, I work with the answer of A. I know that the male and the female teachers will add up to 100%. So I just take 100% and I subtract the percentage of males, and that will be left with 75% of females. Okay. I want you to do trial 3, number A and B. You can stop the video, and as soon as you are finished, you can continue with the video. Try now 3. Okay, let's start with number A. There are 14 teachers and 11 male teachers, 14 male teachers and 11 female teachers in Parese Secondary School. Find the percentage of male teachers. So if I want to find the percentage of male teachers, I must first calculate the total amount of teachers. So the total teachers will be the male plus the female, which will be equal to 14 plus the 11, and that will be equal to 25 teachers. So if I want to find the amount of male teachers, I can just take the male, the 14, make it a fraction out of 25, and just times with 100. And that will give me an answer of 56%. So if I want to find the amount of, okay, so that is the amount of male teachers. So in number B, if I want to find the amount of female teachers, let's look at the first method. Okay, so the first method is I will take the amount of female teachers, which is 11 out of 25. So this is just right, female. And I will times with 100. And that will give me 44%. So if I then must go and I must work out, let's just look at this one. Just want to find that position here. Okay. So if I must do it with method 2, Then I can just take the total, okay? Again, I'm looking for the female. So I can take the total amount of teachers, which is represented by 100%, and I just subtract the male percentage, and I will be left with the female percentage. And you can do either method 1 or method 2. Okay, let's continue. Okay, now if I'm showing you, let's look at example 4. Express 500 milliliter as a percentage of 1 liter. Now, can you see what's the problem? This is milliliter and this is liter. And can you remember that the units must be the same? So the best will be to first take the liters to milliliters. Now, can you still remember from previous lessons to convert units? So between liters and milliliters is 1,000. If I go from liters to milliliters, I times 1,000. And if I go from milliliters back to liters, I divide by 1,000. So I want to go from liters to milliliters. So I must multiply 1,000. That's what I did. So 1 liter was 1,000 milliliters. Now, I want to express the 500 milliliter as a percentage of 1 liter or 1,000 milliliters. So this will be 500 over 1,000, and I make it a percentage by multiplying with 100%. Can you see what's happening then? The units will cancel out, and I'm left with 50%. I want you to try now 4. I think do number A and do number C. I think also do number B. It's good that you can convert all that units. Okay. Let's start with, let's just write it here. Try now 4. Okay. So if I look at number A, it will be 10 millimeters and it will be 5 centimeters. Now I prefer that you first quickly write down the table, which will help you. Now my table is like this: kilometers, meters, centimeters, millimeters. There will be 1 0, there is 2 zeros, and there is 3 zeros. If I go to this side, I times, and if I come back, I divide. So I want to take the centimeters to milliliters. So I must multiply by 10. So basically, I will say 10 millimeters to, I say 5 times 10, 50 millimeters. So basically, I'm just going to say 10, make it a fraction out of 50. And what will happen now with the millimeters? It will cancel out. So I can show it just to show you. That's why the units must be the same. Cancel out. I make it a percentage by multiplying with 100%. And that will give me an answer of 20%. Okay. Let's look at number B. Now number B was 400 gram and it was to 2 kilogram. Now again, I must make the units the same. Now let's go to our table. This is the table for mass, so it's ton, then kilogram, then gram, then milligram. And now I remember it. There's 3 zeros, there's 3 zeros, and there's 3 zeros. If I go to this side, I multiply, and if I reverse back, I divide. So I want to go from kilogram, and I want to go to gram. So I must multiply with 1,000. So let's just write that. So actually it's 400 gram to 2 times 1,000 will be 2,000 gram. So if I make it a percentage, I'm going to just say 400 over 2,000, and that's going to be gram, gram, cancel, cancel. I times with 100%, and my answer will be also 20%. And then I'm going to do the final one. What will we do, the final one? I think we're going to do it in white. So it's 30 seconds to 4 minutes. Now remember, hours, again your table, let's just use red. So it's hours, minutes, seconds. And again, This will be 60, 60. 1 hour, 60 minutes. 1 minute, 60 seconds. Again, going to this side, multiply, coming back, divide. So I want to go from minutes to seconds. So I must multiply by 60. So it's going to be 30 seconds. And it's going to be 240 40 seconds. So make it a fraction. So it's 30 out of 240. And then the seconds will cancel out. I just want to show you. And then I multiply by 100%. And that will give me an answer of 12.5%. Okay. I'm going to stop with this one because the following one is just in the form of a table. But I think let's look at that one. Okay, let's go through this example. Example 5. The following tables show Yelene's results in 3 maths tests. Okay, there's the results. Maximum possible score, so it's out of 20. She got 16 out of 20, 37 out of 45, and 39 out of 50. So which result is the best? The best will be to make everything percentage. And if I make it percentage, I can say, oh, test 2 was definitely her best. So because it's a practical, let's just end with a sentence. Hence, the result in test 2 is the best. Okay, I think just to end this session, I think let's try number 5. Stop the video, and as soon as you are finished, you can continue with the video. Just might want to make space. So let's go to try now 5. Okay, so the following table shows Simon's result in 3 tests. So he got 9 out of 15, 19 out of 30, 26 out of 45. So basically we must just make test all of them percentage. So then I will find 9 out of 15 times 100%, and that will give me 60%. Okay, let's go for test 2. That will give me 19, look, 19 out of 30, and we multiply it with 100%, and that will give me an answer of 63, if I approximate to 1 decimal place, 63.3%, and then test 3, which will be 26 out of 30 times 100%, and that is 57.8%. And now I can compare it. Which one was the best? Definitely, again, test 2. So I'm just going to show you first here. This was the best, but just end with a nice sentence. So say, hence, the result in test 2 is the best. Okay, and that's how we express one quantity as a percentage of another.